everybody. How are you guys today? We are working on angle relationships.
So much fun.
It is so much fun. I like angle relationships.
Thumbs.
Thumb.
I'm not putting my thumb in there.
Thumbs up. Okay.
Thumbs up. That's down.
No, it's thumbs up.
No, this is up.
No, that's sideways.
For the camera, though. Look at the
For
camera.
the camera,
It's still-
the up is here.
Shoot.
Okay, your learning target today is we will write and solve equations using geometric concepts, including sum of angles and angle measurements.
Bye.
Ooh, that is a lot of information. But do you guys notice there is this equations, geometric concepts, sum of angles, angle measurements? We're going to be putting a lot of things together. So we're going to be using equations. I hope you didn't forget how to do that.
It's like a puzzle.
It is like a puzzle.
Solving for
Kinda
the
nice.
variable, right?
And geometric, we have moved into geometry. Welcome to geometry, guys. Hope your learning target is written down. Your journal's out. It's open. You're writing. Some vocabulary for today. A complementary angle, not something that's nice to the other angle, is two angles that measure 90 degrees. A supplementary angle is two angles that measure 180 degrees. One easy way you guys can kind of remember this, you've got complementary that starts with a C and supplementary that starts with an S. C comes before S, 90 comes before 180. Just a kind of
They're
little trick.
complementary angles and supplementary angles.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify angles there because there's two.
Yes. So that's the two angles. So which two angles are complementary and which two are supplementary?
What?
Which two are complementary and which two are supplementary? So we have to look at these and find out which two angles equal
Add up to 90,
90
and which two angles add up to
180.
Well, I know that an obtuse and obtuse is not going to work.
Right.
So I only have one obtuse.
We only have one obtuse.
So then I'm going to use the obtuse to try and find which one is going to give me 180.
What's one way that we could figure out what else we needed to add to 126 to make 180?
180 minus 126?
That would be the easiest thing to do.
Y'all are so smart.
Yeah. So what is 180 minus 126?
180 minus 120 is 60, minus 6 is 54.
So 54. So that means 126 and 54 are our supplementary angles.
because they add up to 180.
Yes. How about the complementary? Because I can guarantee you it's not those two. I tricked you on this one.
36 plus 18 is not 90.
No, see, everyone would be like, oh, it's the other two. No, I tricked you. I tricked you.
Oh, great. Well, we know it can't be one of them. Which one do we know it can't be?
It cannot be 126 because that's already above
It's
90.
greater than 90, so we already can X that out. So we are looking at these other three. We have to find a pair that adds up to 90.
I think 36 and 54 add
Well,
up
yeah,
to 90.
if you add 18 to either of these,
It's
it
not
doesn't
quite
even
90.
get 90. So those
So
two are gone.
Our complementary angles are 36 and 54.
Right.
Awesome.
And I bet
Love
if you
it.
added them up, it would be 90.
It is. I added. It's 90. Now, let's find the missing angle. So we've got here, we've got a right angle.
Well,
How do I
let's-
know it's a right angle?
Yeah, let's talk about it. The way you can understand if an angle is right is if there's a little box at the bottom. When there's a box at the bottom, it represents
right angle.
the right angle as well as, I guess, what the angle measurement is. How many
What is a
degrees?
right angle?
Should be 90 degrees.
90 degrees. If you're ever cold, just go stand in a corner. It's always 90 degrees. So, just fun little math joke
I like
for
that.
you. So it'll be 90 degrees in the corner here. So we've got 32. How do I find this missing angle?
Well, if I know that this plus this should equal 90,
Can I
could
do
set up
90
a little
minus 32?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
Or
Or
I
you could do
could do X
32
plus
plus
32
X
equals-
equals 90. That's what I was thinking because we're writing equations.
We are writing equations, so let's do it that way. So then I subtract 32.
From
subtract
both sides.
32, which is what I just did here. 90 minus 32 is
58.
58.
I did that in my head.
Nice. 58 degrees.
Awesome.
That's that missing angle. Now, wait, how do I know how to find this one here? How to find little
Well,
x?
it's a straight line, right?
What's the measure of a straight line?
180 degrees.
180 degrees.
That is
If you put-
very important to know.
If you would extend this down, it would be 90 plus 90,
Yeah.
which is 180.
So you guys need to know a straight line is 180 degrees. So now how do I find out what this angle is? Should we set up the equation again?
set up an equation.
So x plus 142.5 equals 180 degrees. So I subtract out 142.5 from each side, line up my decimals over here, and x is going to actually equal 37.5 degrees. It's a cute little angle. It's so cute.
Get it? Acute? It's
It's
yeah,
a
we
cute.
got-
Yeah, okay. I can totally come up with tons of math puns for you guys today.
You're so punny.
I'm so punny today. Reminds me of one of my students. You have him in science too, I think. Bo, he's very punny.
Oh goodness, he comes up with
I
something new
know.
every day.
Bo, come up with a good pun for us. We need a good pun tomorrow. So, adjacent angles have a common side and a common vertex and do not overlap. So this is just another definition. An adjacent angle, it's going to have a common side. So you're going to see this side BC is the common side. They have a common vertex. A vertex is just that point right here. And they do not overlap. So do you see how angle ABC and angle CBD do not overlap each other?
They just share line
They
C.
share line C.
Yes, they share line BC and they have point B as a vertex.
Yes.
So that's just the name, what an adjacent angle is. They're next to each other. You're adjacent. So like if me and Miss Green are sitting next to each other,
Which we are.
we're adjacent to each other, but we're not sharing a common space.
That would be weird.
That would be weird. I'm glad we're not sharing a common space.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, she's off in the corner. She's a little warm.
Go, move on. I'm 90 degrees.
90 degrees. Vertical angles are a pair of non-adjacent, which means they're not next to each other, formed when two lines intersect. So if I'm looking at this here, two lines are intersecting, what are my vertical angles that are not adjacent gonna be?
Probably equal to each other.
Well, which ones are?
Oh, so 2 and 4.
They're not adjacent, and they are formed when two lines intersect, right?
Yeah.
And 1 and 3. Mm-hmm. These are called vertical angles, and they are actually equal to each other. So the angle 1 and 3, so 1 and 3 are equal, and 2 and 4 are equal.
I usually do this so that they see like that is equivalent to that.
Yes.
And then this is equivalent to this. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Like,
It does.
This obtuse, it's got to be the exact same. And I'm sure there's a proof out there, but the obtuse angles are the exact same measurement and the acute are the exact same measurement.
So that's just kind of one thing for you guys to see. You'll need to know all these fun little definitions this week.
They're so much fun, though.
There's
They're
a
so
lot.
much fun. There is a lot. Now, given this here, we need to find the measure of angle 1, which this little symbol here, you'll see it a lot written like this.
Kind of looks like a sideways L.
It does look
Like
like
a
a sideways
crooked
L.
L. Yeah.
That just means
Angle.
measure of angle 1. The reason I never put the M's in is because I put measure here. That means measure of angle 1. Same thing. So given this, can we find the other angles?
I believe so.
Well, we just talked about vertical or equal.
Right.
What's my vertical angle?
73 is equivalent to angle 1.
1.
So does that mean this is 73 degrees?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, so we've already got half of it. How can I find 2 and 3?
Well, if I cover this, I know. Oh, wait, 2 and 3. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess
either
I
way,
can
yeah.
do this. That creates a straight line, and I know that a straight line is 180 degrees, and you guys just taught me a second ago that I could just subtract.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we've got angle 3, which I'm going to label X, plus 73 equals 180 degrees, right? So minus 73, minus 73, we are left with X equals 107, yes? Mm-hmm. So that means angle 3 is 107.
And we know angle 2 is equal to angle 3.
Angle 2 is equal to angle 3, so it's 107.
Just did all of them.
That was easy.
Yep.
Guys, this math is so easy. It's only addition and subtraction right now.
It should be a piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Okay, we're gonna find the measure of all the angles in a triangle. One important key fact that you guys learned last year that you gotta dig down into your brains. What is the measure of all the angles in a triangle?
Real quick, I'm going to do something just to help to remember.
Okay.
Just to the side over here. If I have a rectangle, is it in there? What is
Yeah,
this
sorry.
degree here? Everyone knows what a right
90.
angle is. 90.
90.
Well, if I've got 4 of them, that gives me
360.
Well, if I put a line right through it, that
Now you're
gives-
only left with half.
which is half of
What's
360,
half of
which is
360?
180 degrees.
So, a
any
triangle.
triangle, regardless of shape or size, the sum of all three angles will always be
what I want.
180 degrees.
Sum of angles.
And I know that was a long little explanation,
In a
but I'm hoping that it
triangle. It
helps you to
sticks.
remember. Like, if you can't remember, oh, what was it? Was it 180? Was it what? I can't remember. If you just remember the whole rectangle and then go from there,
half?
it'll always come back to you.
Yes. So the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180
180
degrees. That's important. Let's star that.
Very.
And I think you guys already know this, but I feel like I've got to say it. That is not a decimal. It is a degree symbol.
Yeah.
It's a little
It's on
empty
the
circle.
top.
It's
Yes.
on the it's kind of in the place where an exponent
yeah.
would go, but it's an empty little circle, and it's called a degree symbol. So
You
just
see it in temperature and things like that.
Yeah,
so you get
just-
see it on a daily basis. I hope you know that.
making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna find the measure of all the angles in the triangle. Oh, but there's that's.
We know what
not
they
nice.
we know what they should equal up to though.
It should equal, if I add all these, so x plus 2 plus
X minus 3.
x minus 3 plus 123 equals 180 degrees.
Yep.
Okay, this doesn't seem that bad.
Collect like terms. Let's do that.
Okay, how many x's do we have total?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the parentheses. You don't need the parentheses in this case, but I guess it'd be best to carry down everything
Yeah.
just in case of certain. Yeah.
The reason I put the parentheses is just because that's there, and then I can use the order of operations, and I know I'm adding, which means I can drop my parentheses.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing on the outside to multiply by.
Right.
So let's combine our like terms. How many x's do I have?
Believe you have 2.
2 x's.
And they're
so
both
2x.
positive because
Yes.
in front of it is positive.
Okay, so I got rid of those. Now I've got 2 minus 3 and 123.
Why don't we just focus on these two first?
So 2 and minus 3, isn't that negative 1?
That would be -1.
And 123 minus 1 would be 122. Mm-hmm. So 2x plus 122 equals 180.
It looks good to go, yeah.
Okay, subtract 122. Subtract 122. 180 minus 122 is?
180 minus 120 is 60. 60 minus 2 is 58.
Oh, you throw me off every time you do that.
Sorry.
I can't like
I know.
change numbers. Oh,
Combine like terms.
yes. And then I'm going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. So x is going to equal 29. Yes?
Divide by 2, 58. Divide it. Yes, good job.
Yeah.
Good
Now
job.
am I done? Am I done?
No, because you need to find out the angle measures.
I need to find each
X is
angle.
29, but I still need to come back over here and say what is this and what is this.
We got to
So,
plug it in to
what is-
solve for it.
29 minus 2.
27.
27 degrees. And what's 29 minus 3?
26.
Ooh, we did something. We made a mistake. I'm sorry. We totally made a mistake.
Where?
Right here, I put plus instead of minus.
Oh.
Oh. I wonder if anyone else had caught that.
Sigh.
Sigh. That's okay, because we'll just come in here and fix this.
Wait,
It'll
how did-
still
I
work.
wanna
It'll
know
still work. Let's change it to a plus here. It'll still work. It'll still work.
No, because our
Now it matches though. Now it matches though. It should still work. Oh, but you.
yeah, the X is wrong.
Okay, but I want to
think
know.
it'll still work.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I want to know how you figured out your mistake. What did you realize?
I realized I found my mistake because I went here. I was like looking at this. I'm going X minus 2, but we did X plus 2 a minute ago.
There we go.
And I went, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, man. That's okay, though, because we're human. We make mistakes. So let's fix this really quick. It was X minus 2 plus X plus 3
No,
plus...
X minus 3.
Minus 3. I'm
Here,
trying to do
here. Why don't you just do it on the back of that one so you can everybody can.
X
X
minus
2
plus
plus
X minus 3
3
plus 123 equals 180. Now we've got 2x minus 5. That would be plus 1.
Oh, I'm still back here. There's 2 X's. -2 plus -3 is
negative
-5. So
182
that'd be
is right.
188. Yep.
Okay, equals 180. Minus 118 minus 118.
62.
I'm left with 62 equals 2x. So x is really
31.
31. So now 31 minus 2
Is 29.
is 29 degrees. And 31 minus 3
28.
is 28 degrees. So we can do a real quick check of our answers. 123 plus 29 plus 28.
Let's see.
Because you can check your work.
3 plus what?
29 plus 28 is 180 degrees.
Yep.
We are correct. So we are out of here for today, guys. See you tomorrow.
See ya.